Can the Roman Empire be restored in 1066? The Cult of Sol Invictus has returned to Rome. Under the leadership of a man called Marcus Aurelius, they have found their future leader, a child called Aurelian. In the age of Christianity, the pagan Romans seek to return to the old ways. With the help of the corrupt bishop Sylvester, the cult has been able to thrive in Rome. Strong Romans like Valerian and Claudius have joined. The strongest among their number is the warrior poet Calvus Lucanus. Together, they aid Marcus Aurelius in the guardianship of young Aurelian. Now let's see if they can in fact rebuild the Roman Empire. As a brief reminder, any Patreon or YouTube members can submit custom characters to join the storyline. Now let's get into it. And here is our future cult leader of Sol Invictus, Aurelian of Rome. Right now, we have a few issues to really confront. Our leader is Pope Alexander himself. Eventually, he's going to want us to convert. We're allowed to exist over here in Rome while he's over in the Vatican, making a lot of money. Though we do have some decent core buildings like the Roman Theater of Ostia and, of course, the Colosseum. Though at the moment, our control is going down. I'm sure in time he'll also try to convert our people. Right now they follow our cult, Rome is back in our hands, but that could change in a few years. That's why I might spend time killing the bishops of the Pope. That way it might interrupt him trying to convert Rome itself. For our culture, we are naturally Roman. We've got a few traditions over here like Western Roman Secession, Formation Fighting Experts, Western Roman Legacy, which allows us to pick up our unique men-at-arms, and also Roman Legacy, can adopt if no proper heir, which I like that idea. We choose who's quite talented. It's going to be a meritocracy, potentially, but I'm sure we'll have kids who are very good too. We've also got refined poetry. We're all about our poets. Our goal is to go after one core area right over here. Sardinia has a very wealthy mine. We need that if we want to make more money. The Argentiera mining settlement, 3 gold per month, and also any station siege weapons will be 20% more effective. Not to mention the 10% development too. Also, because we're beginning as a baby, we have no traits learned just yet. We'll need someone to educate us. That's going to be our friend Marcus of Rome, of House Aurelius. Now, we do have many traits over here. I did stay within our 400 point limit, but we have a bunch of minor traits that could potentially be passed on. I felt like our cult leader, our future cult leader, should be someone of note and talent too. Right now, we've got a little bit of gold, some prestige. We'll need a lot more prestige, and we won't be able to get a lot of it early on. We could meet our peers once we're 4, and we'll want to do that. We'll want a few friends as we grow up in life. And also, we'll probably pick up diplomacy briefly. We don't want to specialize just yet because we don't know our personality traits. Of course, we've got Marcus Aurelius, who is our religious leader. We've got a very good chancellor too. She doesn't really care for me. Also, our steward, who's pretty decent. I want him to focus right now on collecting more gold because we're not making a lot of gold. Then Claudius, he's got to really help out our overall control. It's going to take 6 years, a very long time. Then we have the reason why we're around. Our Spymaster, the former bishop Sylvester, and he really doesn't like me. He's not converted. He's only willing to help us because he's corrupt. For our military options, we'll probably invest in getting legionaries eventually. 40 damage is pretty good. Also, if we station them, they'll deal a lot more damage. We've got over here our Exploratores, and we've got how many? 400 total. Over here, our Minganels too. Now, these units are only light infantry. They're only able to do so much. Of course, their damage goes down because of our formation fighting experts, which is fine. We're going to be able to counteract that. We've also got some decent champions too, like Calvus Lucanus. Look at his skill set. He's only good at reading, but also killing people too. He's bad at everything else. We don't want him to become some manner of political leader. We've also got Ronaldo, who's got 18 for prowess. He's actually pretty good in general. He's 29 years old. Then we've got a mayor who hates me so very much. We've also got Guy, a French fellow who's 29, 14 prowess. Valerian, who's only at 14 for prowess, but he's actually a very good military commander. So we'll want to be on the watch out for him. Then we have Claudius, who's actually another great commander. Again, I did stay within our 400 point limit, and he's got so many commanding traits. We need him to be a proper imperial general. Now let's make our accolade here, our acclaimed knight. That's going to be Calvus Lucanus, who's only 16 years old. Again, he's a warrior poet. He's going to focus on Valiant, which increases our army damage. We've also got Mentor as well, which is going to increase how many knights we're able to have. That's his secondary trait. It's a really good one. So Primus Pilus versus Spear. We've got our roll, 100 prestige gone, but he's going to help out our army. Every time he joins in, he's going to provide more army damage, especially as he begins to rank up by gaining glory. He's very powerful. We need to keep him alive. We do have a pretty decent doctor, Paula. She doesn't love me. She's married to Marcus Aurelius, and he's, you know, very loyal, but she needs to become more loyal. We actually like her more than she likes us, unfortunately. We're just a small baby. She needs to calm down. We've also got to modify our contract, or the Pope is going to come after me. I'm going to get rid of title revocation. It's a good idea, though I would also like to get a hook too. If we're lucky, maybe Sylvester could find something on him. If he does, we could push for a bit more, because I would also like to protect our general religion. If we do that, we'll be more powerful than ever before. So let's gamble a bit. Let's see if he might try to force us to really do anything. We're a small child, so we might have time. And right now we do have a very good regent. That would be Marcus Aurelius. He's very loyal. He's currently selfless. So we're going to be able to trust him even if he gets more power. His mandate is going to be to get us more gold. So I want him to fill our coffers right now. That should do it. We've got to go to war right now. Marcus Aurelius has got to fund our operation. We only have a baby here at the moment, and we need to ensure that he's going to come of age into a great foundation. We only have so many soldiers, so what we'll do, we'll land over here in Tortoli. If we do that, we'll be able to get rid of our disembark penalty, because again, we're having to cross a sea, and we'll be a little bit uneasy. We have found out a secret. The Pope over here is a Sodomite. He's into butt stuff, which means we need to blackmail him right now. Okay, he did go for it. We'll change up our contract very soon, but for right now, we need to focus on fighting our battle. We have a physician. She's brand new though, so hopefully she'll do a good job. The Battle of Tortoli, we've only got 4 champions. They've got 5 knights. Though we're outnumbered, or we were, with our knights, we got them. We did beat them. Calvin's killed someone too. But we don't need to lose any men if we're able to help it. We've got to besiege one area at a time. Hopefully it won't take too long. Hey, continue your job, Sylvester. You know what to do. He hates me a lot. So it was a slaughter. They lost over 300. Oh, look at that. 2 champions dead. We caught another one. He's not very good, but he was okay for them as a military commander. They're coming back to fight us again. We're about to take over too. You know what? Disrupt any schemes. I'm very young. Our leader could be assassinated by someone. Ah, Leos, you were wounded. Ronaldo too. Yeah, we'll have to make sure that they're not wounded before we fight another war. Let's also go after their capital. They again have over 500 soldiers. They keep on replenishing, but they have only 2 knights. They're okay, but it's over for them. Of course, we can't take over their capital, which is really a shame. We've got to chase after their army. We've caught them again. They weren't able to get away. Oh, come on now. You better be the player heir. You're a bit younger. And what's over here? Yeah, he hates me a lot. We'll have to get him to like us one day. Disrupt what you can. I was trying to find out a few new secrets, but it didn't work out. They have only 83 men left, or they did. Oh, God. Another army. They've got so many soldiers. Did they hire mercenaries? Over 800. They did hire mercenaries. I might have to go into debt in order for me to hire them too. But let's see. If we're able to win here, if we're able to beat them... Come on. They've got reinforcements. Well, they can't reinforce now. Oh, they're going to get torn to shreds again. Only 1 knight left. But it's not over with yet. We've got to come on down and fight their mercenary army again. What a prolonged war. It's been fairly difficult. I'm very worried about losing any of my champions right now. We can't afford to lose anyone. We took out another mercenary. So now they're in trouble. I've got to make more money. We're still fighting them over and over again. Oh, come on. You know what? We'll keep on chasing them down until they're eradicated. Now let's play it safe here. Title revocation? That can't happen. Religious rights? We need that too. I'll use a hook and also give him more levies too. So now we're going to be safe. We're going to be able to really dwell under his protection, though again, the biggest issue is that he's going to convert our lands. Hopefully it'll take a long time. We are gaining more control. and thankfully they've not yet been converted. A kindling fire. My champion Guy keeps ordering me to sit still and be quiet. I can't do that. I'm a leader here, you can't make me do that. Which means we're going to specialize in either intrigue or a martial education. It's going to have to be martial. I like that idea, so we're going to do that. Though I was hoping that we would have more levies back at home, we do not. So I wonder what mercenaries we could hire. Yeah, we'll have to go into debt, which I hate a lot, but we need to do it right now. Let's pick up a Company of the Hat, and I do wonder, could we ransom anyone? No, we can't, which is really, really unfortunate. I wish we could. Hopefully we'll have more money very soon. I didn't know that they were going to be able to hire mercenaries. Thankfully, we've got the numbers we need, so winning shouldn't be too difficult. I got tired of chasing them around. The war's been going on for 3 years. We're currently 3 years old, so it's been a long affair trying to just conquer one area. Thankfully, like I said before, we're able to quickly break through their walls and take over what we need. So now the war is over. Though, of course, passing that much time is not a major problem because we have what we need. But now we do control one too many areas. We've got to give away something over here. It could be a temple holding. We'll probably do that. We'll give it to someone loyal. So we have someone to take over that temple for us, as I do want to hold on to Iglesias because we want that mining settlement. That means we're going to make a lot more money, though we do need more control over here, in addition to, of course, changing up their faith. That's all going to help out. So as we continue to build up over here and they all like me more, we're just going to make so much more money. But that's going to take time. We could try to push on and fight another war. Yeah, here's one enemy who's very, very weak. But of course, I need a bit more prestige. I don't have a lot right now. And I could use a bit more money. 10 gold? I'll take 10 gold. For the rest of you, you're not very good. No, we'll need to certainly recruit more women, especially because we're going to have to try to marry them off. We need more people to come join us. Our numbers are limited right now. Speaking of limited, let's have a look at our religion. Sol Invictus. So we do worship the sun. If we hold a feast in the summer, we get piety. We've also got unrelenting faith. So, of course, our clergy can serve as commanders or champions. Then over here, communal identity. Conversion speed goes up of my culture by 50% and so on. So we just need to convert one thing. Otherwise, we're going to have issues. Now, for our holy sites, we've got the Vatican for one. That's close by. Ravenna up over here. We've got Palmyra over here to the east. And here's another one. Yeah, they're all close together. They're not going to be too bad to conquer. And Heliopolis right over here in Egypt. So we've got our goals now. We certainly want to reform our faith. Right now it's unreformed, and that causes a lot of issues when it comes to public opinion. Host a meet peers. Inviting every small lord and lady in the realm to enjoy themselves in the company of other children is a liberating and fun experience. So it's only 10 gold. We'll do it over here in Rome, which should be a lot of fun. I don't need to hire anyone. We're safe here. And I only need guests, but oh no, there's no children here. That's really tragic. So we've got to wait until there's children of age who we're able to meet up with. So we're going to be very, very lonely. The map. My spies have informed me about a hunter causing a ruckus at the local tavern. The man has been spending large amounts of gold and bragging loudly about the great deal he struck with a fancy lady in pearls and silk. A lady, huh? You're trying to make some manner of map. No, I don't like that. I'm going to put you into my prison, but you're good at fighting, which means I'm going to let you go. But you've got to join me too. Yeah, there we go. 19 prowess, another good champion. We're still waiting on getting more prestige. We need a lot more if we actually want to conquer adjacent areas. Marshal impresses vassal. Well, good job. So now we've gained more prestige, and the Baron, Artemio, likes me a little bit more. Good. So now we're going to go to war because we've got to. 150 prestige. We need to expand quickly. We'll gather our men right over here. It's not going to be a very hard battle. We still have our mercenaries, and our knights are much better too. They've got a few average ones at best. So we did beat them. To actually besiege won't take too long. Again, we've got time. We're so young. And the wife of Sylvester is trying to kill Ronaldo, my champion. Well, don't do that. We might have to get rid of her. We can't allow our champions to die. We've only got so many. And there we go. They came back to lose a battle. All right. We're about to take over, but that saved a little bit of time. So right now, we need to actually give away territory, which isn't great. I'll need more money if I want to make a proper duchy. I probably should have waited, but here we have it now. See, if I give it away at the moment, they're going to be independent, and I don't want that. We need 250 gold total. We'll have to hold on to what we have. We'll also need to conquer one more area, which means we need even more prestige. Oh, double Sardinian vulgar. While the grown-ups like the way I say my Latin and Italian vulgar words, they keep nagging about my Sardinian vulgar. Apparently I speak it with a strong Roman inflection and a zillion slang words that they don't understand. Ah, forget it then. Alright, I'm just gonna learn Italian instead. So now we know 2 languages, which is a good thing. We need to learn another one. Aurelian is playing around fire. That couldn't end poorly. What a beautiful night. The bonfire crackles and pops, spitting smoke up into the night sky. The honeyed treat skewered on the end of my stick slowly caramelizes, and I watch it slowly changing color with interest. Along me, we've got a friend of ours, who's doing the same as the adults drink wine and regale each other with stories of events long past, many years before either of us were born. He and I haven't really talked too much before, but it would be nice to be able to talk to someone around my own age for once, which is true. We have a child here who's not allowed to be a child. He's got to be raised, then he gets to grow up and lead our cult. We could be friends, but he's not really interested. So instead, we're gonna have a good time. He'll like us more. Maybe one day we'll have a friend who's actually around our age. A lesson in lucre. So obtaining money in a rather unsavory way. Without taxes, the royal treasury would soon run out. Loyal vassals are more than happy to pay, all of my teacher says and laughs. Therefore, it is of paramount importance to keep your subjects happy. Do not tax them too much, nor too little, lest they find you complacent. Paula continues, turning a page. From the highest count to the lowest sorcerer, everyone plays their part, she says, closing a tome. The lesson is finished, you may go now. So, we've got a few options over here. We could become callous. That would be great for intrigue and, of course, gaining dread. We could also become greedy and make more money. But what about becoming just? It is virtuous, so we're going to do that instead. We'll lose intrigue, we'll gain learning, stewardship, all of that, and also some vassals will begin to like us more. There we go. They'll really begin to like us more. Alright, we'll do that then. I ended up spending a lot of my money. I'm trying to invest in buildings right now. Thankfully, we're making a lot of money because, again, our control is going up. The bookseller. As I walk through the market today, I find a stand with some books. There is one particular book that catches my eye. It's about Roman mythology. 15 gold gone. But we have a book now providing more piety and prestige. The Christians and Muslims do not like it, but that's okay. Our clergy do. Greetings, my liege. For years, my skill in philosophy and theology has served me well. Now, he would like to teach me, so I could increase my learning by 2. Speaking of increasing, I've got more stewardship now, which is why I don't need to give away my 4th county, which is really good. We're currently 10 years old, so we are getting older, and sure, help me out. Okay, so we could get a buff for 5 years as well, but he would gain a hook on me. Wait, hold on, I don't like that. Instead, why don't we gain a lot more prestige? Forget you. I know better, Baron. Now we've got the prestige we need, but we only need to save up our gold. That won't take too long. Okay, the Baron has a temper problem. He killed the daughter of a local duke. That's really, really bad. I don't really want to give him money. I could have him, well, plead for forgiveness. Yeah, we'll do that. We are just, so we've got to. We're not cruel. I do feel bad for him. He's currently drinking. We're not going to go to war until we have all the money we need to make a proper duchy title, or we're going to have issues, though we've been able to convert many. Unfortunately, our Pope is currently reconverting Rome. Rome, again over here, is going to be converted probably back to Catholicism. They're currently Italian, so we're trying to work on that, because I don't want my overall popular opinion to go down. My Marshal Claudius is looking a bit confined, I'd say. He is taking things much too seriously, handling matters around court day in and day out. Perhaps I ought to lighten the mood a bit. Okay, I could steal his clothing. Alright, let's try that out. Curses, as I sneak in, his eyes shoot open, and he jumps out of bed. He definitely reaches for his well-fitted chamber pot, hurling it with incredible precision. With a loud splash, I'm covered in what I can only assume is several nights worth of... Oh no. He crapped on me. Alright, so for 2 years, I'm gonna be covered in feces. My stress has gone up, and he's a bit mad at me, which is understandable. We're gonna have to amend our relationship. I'm not only the Emperor of the Sun, but also Stool. Now we get to fight another war. Let's take over Tortoli. I've got to now. I'm gonna conquer your little area. I've got the prestige for it, but I also need to make my duchy a proper duchy. Not that duchy. Ah, here we go. Duchy of Sardinia. That's what I need. But I've got to also conquer one more area. I'll get all of my soldiers together, then we'll go beat them up. It won't take too long. Claudius, you've got to take command again. I've got over 600 soldiers. We need more, but let's go beat them right now. They've got one decent champion at 18 prowess, and we killed someone. Babore, he's gone now. Our champion was killed. He wasn't very good. And, oh, the wife of Sylvester is trying to kill another fellow in my court. That sounds about right. So a commoner was slain, which is unfortunate. Let's go fight again. We've got to. We've got to at least hopefully take out their leader. Oh, we actually passed by each other. We're also building so many crop fields. We're going to make so much money. Calvus was wounded, but he's not dead. Come on. Ah, all right. We'll keep on moving. I'm trying to learn Greek at the moment. I'm rowdy, so I could dedicate all of my time to it while gaining stress. I'm going to. It worked out. I now know Greek. I was learning from Leonidas. We'll have to look at him later on. He's over, and of course, Greece. All right, we got it, we did it, the war is over. Marcus Aurelius, you've done a great job at leading our young leader. So now we've got what we need. You know what we need to do now. We've got to make our proper duchy. It's only 250 gold. That also provides for me a lot of prestige too. So for that battle, we lost only 27. It was a skirmish, but we won. I mean, we won every single fight around here. It was great for us. Oh. There he is, dead. And our own champion, dead. Well, we can't really call him a champion. He was a loser who died. Ah, veal cutlet's my favorite. As I'm about to dig in, my joy is abruptly interrupted by Flavius. What does he want? Hello there, Brad. What are you eating? Looks disgusting. Let me add some spice to it, Flavius exclaims, walking closer to my plate. Patooey! A vile lob of spit lands straight in my meal. There you go, much tastier. Bwahaha! He laughs and grins. So you're the child of Calvus Lucanus. I could grin and bear it. If I do that, I feel like I would be quite stoic. So let's try it out. We've become calm now, which is good. And here's my best friend, Marcus Aurelius, who approaches me with a big smile on his face. My dearest friend, we finally see each other. I feel like we never spend any quality time together lately. Maybe you'd be willing to try something new with me. I know just the thing to distract your mind, restore your body, and lift your spirits. What about a visit to the local market? Seeing other people busy while you are just leisurely strolling is quite cathartic, and you might find something pleasant to buy. Of course, my friend. Yeah, sure, we'll do that. He'll like me more, we're gonna feel better about it, and we are sharing power with Marcus Aurelius. Thankfully, we're able to trust him. And he tried to get me gold. Didn't quite work out, but that's okay. Anger management. My acquaintance, Teresa, is getting on my nerves. I have tried getting her to talk, to express an opinion, to say anything. Whatever I do, she only grows more and more withdrawn. What is wrong with her? One of my favorite games we play is to see how many times I can push her before she has had enough. So now, she'll become my victim. My stress has gone down. We took over one county, but we're going after another one right now. These are minor powers. They can't really do much to stop me. We just need to really track them down and fight them again and again. Now, after we take over Sardinia, what I'll do, I'll spend time saving my money. And what's over here? The Pope. Okay, he wrote me a letter. He's learned Latin. You know what? I'm gonna laugh at him. Ha ha ha, idiot. No one cares about you. So that gives me more prestige. Of course he's mad at me, and we're not done fighting yet. Ah, my injured vassal, a baron. Well, hopefully he won't die, though we didn't quite win because we still need more men. That's unfortunate. So here's what we're gonna do then. We're gonna take our forces right over here, and we'll have to hire some more mercenaries. We'll need time to patch up, I think. It's not a lot of gold. Here we go. Army of the Senator. Then we'll take them. We'll bring them on over. Then together, we'll be able to take over. It'll only take a bit of time. Well, there we go. They actually popped back up. I didn't really anticipate that, but it's over now. All right. We have every county over here. Pietro is a new vassal of mine. He's a very good steward. He's been my steward for a long time now. So there's another county for you. He'll probably do a very good job at 20 for stewardship. Mad King's Fortress. There is an abandoned fortress in Tortoli that was built by a mad king according to local legend. He was said to be an unpredictable, erratic man of irredeemable and unmeasurable cruelties. Though the fortifications are no longer as good as they used to be, my soldiers still find it useful as an outpost at least. Lately, there are rumors that the spirit of the king and his soldiers can be seen walking around the dilapidated ramparts, even in broad daylight. While some consider this an ill omen, others note that such stories would easily frighten any foreign enemies as well. So for 15 years, Tortoli over here has an haunted abandoned fortress modifier, increasing hostile raid time by 5%. The fort level goes up by 1, but control also goes down. Ugh, what a pain. I've upgraded our military. That's why we don't have nearly as much money right now. We've got our legionaries, we've got a few more of our skirmishers, and many more mangonels too. That's going to help out a lot. Also, unfortunately, I'm not feeling well. That's okay. I've got Paula. She's a great physician. We'll go after a count over here. He's got only 790 men. We should be able to beat him easily, though the fort level in his capital is fort level 6, so I've got to be mindful of that. We've got a multilingual education going on for all the children here. They've got to learn many languages. It's really imperative they do so. Our primary language, Latin, secondary Italian Vulgar, and our tertiary one, Sardinian Vulgar. I might change it up later on, but we need our people to love us, and here is a new event, a lesson in charity. Look at the poor and the downtrodden, Aurelian. There are many of them, and some are truly in need. Others are mere charlatans seeking a handout. Yeah, here's my buddy Marcus explaining all of it to me. Who amongst them are the most deserving of our charity today, my dear boy? He says, handing me the purse. It seems as if Marcus wants me to hand the gold to those that need it the most. I could just give a lot. I would become generous, which is a virtue of our religion. I could be fickle. That would help me when it comes to enemy plots and all that. Or I could be arrogant. Instead, why don't we be generous? Sure, we'll lose a bit of money, but we have a lot of money. We're not going to be greedy. We're going to be very, very kind. And here we're going after the enemy capital. It's a major battle. They hired one holy order. Guy was killed in battle already. That was quick. Hopefully we won't lose another grand champion. Like I said before, I can't really afford to lose too many. And we've won. Oh, we'll beat them again. We'll wait over here and besiege. They'll probably be back in time. So we lost over 100. They lost over 800. I was ill, but no longer. Ah, my legionaries killed 278. They were incredible. My champions, 231. And let's have a look over here. So we took out 2 of their champions. They weren't good. We caught a mayor of theirs who's very good at intrigue. And here they come. They're going to come back. They retreated really far away, so now we've won. We could fight their army again, but we don't need to. I've got too many areas under my control, so I'm going to have to give it away to someone. We've got a lot more money than before. We could also fight another war back to back, and we are going to do that. We'll come over here to Salerno, where they have a prince who's quite weak. We could easily beat him. We'll need more prestige. And after that, we might meet our peers. We're currently 14, we'll be of age within 2 years. Here's our new count. Unfortunately, he's not willing to convert. I'm not going to give titles away to our current council, like Claudius, Marcus Aurelius, Valerian, or Calvus. We need them in our court currently. And here's a new event as we fight for Salerno, a poetic friendship. Aurelian, my dear friend, I was once again reminded of your victory against Count Tortoli. So I decided to write a poem about your triumph. Marcus says, clearing his throat. Rage for Sardinia, a work of poetry dedicated to Duke Aurelian's victory over the contemptuous Count Tortoli, written by Aurelian's good friend Marcus. Where other men speak silvered words, he leads soldiers in iron herds. So let none challenge his bold intent, lest they discover where the last challenger went. Oh, I love it. Thank you. So I've got an artifact Oh, cool. Okay, yeah. I appreciate that. And our war is over. It was a very, very easy one. What I'll do, I'll give it away to you. I know you don't really care for me, but eventually you'll want to convert. What about now? You won't do it yet. I could try to sway him. Yeah, I'll try that because we want him to convert. But now we have what we need. We don't want to go after Calabria. Oh, dear God. Negative 840 prestige. What did you do? I could instead opt to go after Sicily. Yeah, there's lands over here that we should probably take over. Let's finally meet our peers. I need to make a friend or two. We don't need to do too much. I've only got 3 people who are going to show up. Oh, 1 is a genius. Okay. I like that. Well, come on over, children. I've got to make a few friends if I'm lucky. Here's our gathering. Everyone is here. As all the small lords and ladies are ushered into the room, I feel myself grow giddier and giddier. I am thrilled that Patrizia, the daughter of my vassal, Baron Artemio, could make it. She's a genius. Oh, hello. Okay, my prowess went up by 1. I like that. Hidden knowledge. There are certain things that my guardian, Merlin, has told me that no one else ever speaks of. We never delve long on these topics, and I know better than to ask questions. However, this evening, something feels different between us. As we sit down to read, okay, I could get him to tell me everything. I could become a witch. It would be a secret, but a very good one. Let's do that. We could use a bit more power. Oh, and here we go. There's my poem. I love it. Now we get more prestige. Ah, she's gone up in diplomacy. I thought Adelia, the daughter of my vassal, wait, she might be the one who's a genius. Let's see. And the peasant girl were merely pretending to fight, but suddenly there's blood in the dirt. Adelia hits the ground with a grunt, and the peasant standing above her moves to attack again. I will save her. Very good. So now I have a friend. My prowess also went up by 1 because I practiced with a blunt hammer. Ah, here's Patrizia again. She climbed the highest tree around. I won't back down. I'll join. Oh man, I had such a low chance to actually fall, and I still fell. We've had a lot of bad luck. I've had crap poured on me. Now I've fallen. Hopefully, that's all of our bad luck. So now we're meeting some brave champions like Claudius Leos, my marshal. Okay. What do you say, children? Think you can handle the basics? Oh yeah, we can. I pick up on the basics, so we've gained more prowess, and there's the end of our fun. That was a great way to gain many skills. Also, our prestige went up. That's truly ideal. So now I have a friend or two. Yeah, look at that. I've got a bully, a victim, but there's my friend Adelia, who's a genius. Maybe that'll be our future wife, who knows? We're now 15 years old. Our mercenaries are about to go away, and my good buddy Marcus here was able to get a claim on Benevento. I'll take all of it. I've got some money, and we also have new units too. I've got some very good ones. Formerly a professional border guard armed with heavy javelins, swords, and padded armor, they now serve as a mounted troop, which is good. We've also got over here a few other units as well. They're skirmishers. They were also border guards. Now they're just mercenary brigands. They're not very powerful, no, but they do counter heavy infantry, and I do know that our enemies have a lot of heavy infantry. So we're about to go into battle. I didn't need to actually bring them up right there. I just need to go after that area. But I need more prestige, so I'll need to wait for right now. My other option is to go after, again, Sicily, which is what we're going to do for right now. I can't take over everything, but I'll take over one little area. They do have a lot of men and some gold. Coming of age, with the help of Merlin, I have achieved an understanding of warfare that far exceeds that of any of my peers. Even though I had a natural inclination towards the subject, my mastery of it is still an achievement. Alright, so I had a good friendship with my buddy Marcus. That meant a lot to me when we were both young, and to still have him by my side means a lot. The things Flavius put me through as a child still weigh heavy on me, and every time I see him, my mood is sure to turn sour. Then, we've got one final little line here. I wonder if Queen Teresa remembers the things I put her through when we were young. She's a queen now. Oh, hey. Good for her. She doesn't have a lot of power. She's also hideous. No wonder I bullied her. We don't have a leadership trait yet, so I can't take command. Not yet. I've got a lot of skirmishers, 1,000 right now. Hold on. We've got to continue gaining more control. Go over to Napoli over here. Napoli, whatever. I'll nail it one day. Again, as always, if you want to tell me down below phonetically how to pronounce a word, I'll try to improve. I won't always nail it, but I'll do my best. That's one thing that I like doing. I like being told how to better improve my pronunciation of words that, of course, I've got a different accent for. Ah! Lupercalia! It's all about purifying the city and trying to promote fertility and good times. I could go to the center of the city. They're trying to set me up with a woman. She's 22. She'll be my friend. She's not very talented. She's a very good fighter. I'm gonna get her to marry someone. And right now, we're just going to besiege. Hopefully, we'll be able to end our war quickly. No, we're not done yet. I've got one of their artifacts, and that gave me a bit of gold too. We're gonna host a few events later on. Let's finish up our war though. A map. Who are you, Torfin? You idiot. I'm calm, so I'll leave him alone, but I'll be vigilant. And our war's over. It took over a year, which means right now I'm how old? I'm currently 17 years old. I'm doing okay. My stat line is fine. I'm calm, generous, and just. Not all the best traits I need to really be good, but I've got a nice balance over here. Hopefully we'll improve as we age and grow older. So now I'll need a new count to take over 3 areas. That's a lot. Eventually we'll be able to focus on domestic matters, but now we have the prestige we need. Let's take over Benevento. We've got the power for it. A ransom, sure, I've been able to make more money, all thanks to capturing a few people. Now, back over to battle we go. Here's our leader, Claudius. He's too good. We need him over there. Ah, come on, Marcus, do a better job. You're a very good regent. I know you're able to do it. Not right now, though. Alright, so we're fighting them again. We beat their army. It was a very easy fight for us, and we should be able to take over what they have here in a very short amount of time. Yeah, that won't take long at all. It's already over. Half a year. I'm currently 18 years old. We're still not married. We'll be married eventually, but not yet. So now we have Benevento. He's underneath us, and man, does he hate us a lot. I would like for him to convert, but I know he won't do it, so we'll leave him alone for right now. If he wants to rebel, let him do it. So we could go after Capua over here. I like that idea a lot. Yeah, that would be a great idea. Of course, I need 150 prestige. The Pope is still alive. He has a child too. It's a fornicator. And he wants me to become his spymaster. Well, sure, I'll do that. I mean, look, that could only benefit me. So, right now, that gives me more dread. I'm not really using hostile schemes at the moment, but if I wanted to, it would be a lot easier now. So here's the daughter of Leonidas. She's currently 11 years old, and she's not only beautiful, but also a genius. She's temperate and zealous as well. We would need to eventually convert her. Now, I could offer a grand wedding. It wouldn't be cheap, but I would gain 300 prestige. That means I've got to ensure I've got all the money I need. Let's do that. We'll have a great alliance, and we'll also gain a lot. I was going to have him marry his friend, his childhood friend, but we're not going to do that here. She might marry into another house. We need to ensure that we have someone of note right now to join us. And there we have our ally. The first time it happened, I barely even gave it a moment's thought, but my vassal, Count Landolf, has grown bolder. His challenges no longer pass unnoticed among my vassals. So I'm going to comment here on his amorous lips. Got him. What a loser. So I wanted to pick up Befriend, largely because making friends could really benefit me. If I could befriend everyone on my council, that would really help out a lot. Okay, you won't convert just yet, so instead, I'm going to take my time and befriend you. I'll do it, well, now. Hopefully it won't be too difficult, we'll see in time. It's nearly time for us to go to war, but I've got to wait until I have a bit more prestige. Lewd jokes, lingering looks interrupting his to compliment his shapely legs. Little by little, I have broken Count Landolf down, rendering him tense and self-conscious. Now he remains quiet, eyes cast low. Well, that worked out. And he also likes me more. I really did break him down. So we're going to do some manner of activity. Why don't we host a feast? Yeah, we should probably celebrate a bit. Let's do it over here in Rome. We've got manor houses, farms and fields, and also, who's going to be my guest of honor? You know what? Let's have it be someone we know and love. Yeah, it could be Calvis. Why not? We'll do that. Anyone is invited. If you want to join in, come join in right now. I've got some money. Yeah, there we go. More opinion gain. And more food too. Culinary art pieces. I'm only really here to befriend someone. Yeah, that's a good idea. Sylvester, you've got to become my friend. We don't need to hire anyone at all. I've got a caravan master that's Valerian and pretty good at it too. So it'll cost me nearly 200 gold, but it'll be worthwhile, I think. The servants run across the hall, bringing the final decorations. Some of the guests are yet to arrive, and I indulge myself with a delicious drink by the fire. So I can't find Count Sylvester just yet, but he'll be here in time. And there's Calvis too, already drinking. Invalidated intent target. Dear. Is he not going to show up? I mean, maybe in the future. Someone is trying to kill my marshal, Claudius. Who's your rival? Oh, you've got 3. That's great. Ugh. Hopefully it won't be too bad. I wonder if he's going to come here anyway. If not, I could always befriend another target. We've got to ensure that we have many, many friends. So here, Calvis, you could become my friend. Enrico, you should become my friend. Alright, so we've got a feast going on. The guests are gathered in the Great Hall, lords and ladies from the near and far reaches of the realm. The mood is bright and spirits are high as the feast begins. Welcome, friends. There's a joke about candles. I do love a good bright joke. While I'm talking to people over dinner, Ronaldo leans over. I wish I knew how to sound as clever as you do, Duke Aurelian. I wipe the soup off my chin and smile, an intelligent looking smile, whatever that means. And so I gain more prestige. Good. A good start so far. Fresh quail. You like my birds? My birds are great. It's taken much of the evening to get myself close to Count Enrico without making it feel forced. After all, the best friendships are natural. By St. Matthew, extols my maybe friend, barely disguising a belch. That was a heavy course. Oh, he doesn't like having so much food. But let's be clear, you do realize it is a feast, right? That gives me a lot more prestige, the conversation partner. As one plate of food is replaced by the next, my vassal, Count Enrico, goes on and on about tax levels, and that was how we salvaged that mess. Are you sure I'm not boring you, my lord? No, please go on. No, I'm going to try to talk about him so that we could become friends. A baron and a bishop got into a fight. Sounds like the beginning of a joke. I listen intently to Antonia, that's my chancellor, as she reveals all manner of things. Oh dear. So now I know she's a non-believer. My glory is now widely known. I'm currently illustrious. I'm only, 19 years old? The feast is starting to draw to a close, and my visitors are surely expecting me to lavish a little attention on Calvis, our esteemed guest of honor. Now we toast to him. There. Our celebration is over. Few candles survive, and it is done. So I gain a lot more prestige. That's what I needed. Also, because I've been very kind, we lose all manner of stress, really, because I'm generous. Rome gains great banquet for 5 years, more development growth, popular opinion, and let's see, every non-courtly attending vassal gains 20 opinion of me. That's great. The art of merrymaking. There we go. Wine, ale, and fine food. What better relief from the troubles of the world is there than a night of revelry? So now I'm one eager reveler. That's very good. We'll have another party in the future. It all worked out. We didn't make our friend, but that's okay. We've got so much more prestige, that saves me a lot of time. I've continued to expand our military, that's why our income continues to go down monthly. And here's a new event. Love like ghosts. Have you ever heard of this saying? Valerian asked me one day while we're talking about this and that. Love is like ghosts. It is something everybody talks about, but few have ever truly seen it. I shrug as I fail to recall if I have heard of anything like that. With little desire to dwell too long on the matter, I say vaguely, maybe I have. That maxim has been on my mind a lot lately, he explains. I was wondering, what do you think about it? While not wrong, it means love is a priceless treasure. So I gain a bit of prestige, intrigue goes down, but fertility goes up and attraction goes up too, which sounds great for me. Now, we've got money, we've got prestige. Why don't we go to war again? I've got to take over only one little county. Then maybe one day we'll be free from the papacy. We could go fight our enemies right now, but instead I'm calling upon Leonidas. They've called upon Duchess Matilda. We've got many people here who have children, and I don't want them to die in a battle. I don't want their children to die either. I've also invited some champions over. Unfortunately, we've got an idiot. He's quite stupid, literally. But I'll pay some money for him. We could use a new fighter. I'll allow him to fight. Again, I'm trying to preserve our nobility right now. I don't want them going out there and dying. I've got some heavy cav now. And here comes Leonidas. Okay, let's see. No, I don't want to spend too much money. We're not going to do that. We'll wait. I want to befriend him, but I don't want to spend a lot of money. There's our Battle of Benevento. And we have won so far. Ooh, okay. Michael of Crete has died. 2 others were slain, but they shouldn't be from our number. That's a really good thing. Our goal right now is to go after what we can, and we're going to use Leonidas and his army. That should be sufficient. Here's another guy. Unfortunately, he's 47, so I don't want to pay for him. That's a lot of money. Ooh, a grand tournament. I would like to join, but we're fighting a war right now. Who wants to join my court? Yeah, sure. Come on down. 13 prowess. Whoa, his stat line is incredible, though. His prowess is okay, but 23 for stewardship? I mean, overall, he's incredibly good. So now we just need to end our war. It's already over. We caught Jonathan. So we've got what we need. Now we are 20 years old. We've done a lot already. Usually we have a character who's around our current age, and they haven't done so much. We should be able to really conquer many different areas, and it looks like right now the Holy Roman Empire is falling apart. So has France. And over here, William the Conqueror of Normandy did not conquer England. Instead, Norway did. Not only that, Iceland has conquered Scotland and Ireland. Brittany is continuing to grow. Sweden has grown a lot too. We've got a lot of different powers out there. The Eastern Roman Empire is having a pretty tough time. Over to the east, we've got Tibet, the Seljuks, and Cumania. So we've got a lot of different powers who have grown quite a bit. Over here in Africa, we've got the Almoravid, and here's a dance. So I can't really befriend Sylvester, which is unfortunate. He's got 3 children. I'll try to convert him anyway. We've got a high chance to do so. Oh, look at that. He's actually been down over here conquering... Oh, Sicily. That's really good. Here's Jonathan, 14 prowess, which is not very good. I don't really care for that very much. And thankfully, Sylvester has converted, which is what we needed to begin with. So now, we have a lot more land. We need to take over Calabria. What we could do, we could take over a few more areas, then eventually pick up our Kingdom of Sicily. We only need 2 more counties. I've got 7 right now, then I need 500 gold. We're gaining a lot of gold as it currently stands, so that shouldn't be too difficult. When it comes to our religion, we're not converting quickly. We're trying to, but we're not. And for our culture, we've only got a few areas that currently follow our culture. But that's okay too. We don't really need too many to do so. For development, we've got a lot of development locally, so we really want to focus on those areas. Right now, when it comes to our culture, let's see, we're trying to learn about battlements. That'll take 13 more years, which is really not too bad. Oh, there we go. Another area that follows our religion. We could pick up chronicle writing. Can use individual de jure duchy Casus Belli. Casus Belli prestige cost down by 10%. Zealot vassals are more common. No, it'll be done in 4 years. 3 years right now, I don't need to focus on it. Instead, I do want my battlements because I want cheaper forces. And we're also making right now 10 gold per month. That's a lot considering the size of our military force. We have all that we need right now. Even cataphracts. We don't have a lot. They're very expensive. I'll probably begin to upgrade my forces over here in time. And of course, we've got many champions who would be able to help us out, like Calvis. Calvis has gotten quite good. He's at 29 for prowess, but we could use more. Now, we'll probably host a few more events to get a bit more prestige. Rome is currently making me 4.8 for gold, and our general goal, as I said before, is to go after a kingdom. Yeah, sure, take what you need. For decisions right now, we've got a lot. Unify Italy. I would like to one day found my own witch coven. That would be great. Or even secure the Mediterranean. These are going to be difficult. I've got a few more areas to take over, like Corsica, Sicily, and over here, Majorca. Alright, if we keep on going down, what else do we have? I could meditate. My current stress is quite low, so we don't need to do that. And one day, I'm going to reopen the Colosseum. People are going to love it. The clergy won't. I'll gain, what, 1 prowess? Not only that, buildings will be a lot more expensive, but we'll gain more money. Development will go up, control will go down, but we'll get buildings to counteract all of that. So that's our current situation right now. We've got a lot of soldiers. We're doing quite well. We have allies. We've got over 3,000 men. We could free ourselves right away. Pope Alexander is currently 67. He's not feeling great. And I really need to hear from all of you about what we should do in the future. Let's talk about strategy. How should we expand right now? We've got a lot of land. Currently, we do exist under the papacy. He's not able to convert me directly, but he could use his own council to convert our lands, which is very annoying. But we're also protected by being under his shield. No one is going to attack the papacy, at least no one who is Christian. And after that, we'll probably need to focus on Calabria. Duke Robert, he died of what? His wounds. He died at 58. He had so many children, 8 children total. We won't be able to conquer all of Calabria at once. That'll take time. We also want to take over Sicily, Corsica, over here, that would be Majorca. And I also want to take over Malta. That shouldn't be too difficult, but that would be a great start. Not to mention, it would be great to get rid of the papacy, but that would also draw the attention of the Christians too.